A portion of this video is sponsored by Skillshare. From towering skyscrapers to single-family homes, concrete masonry units, or CMUs, have played an integral role in shaping our built environment. However, concrete bricks contain Portland cement, a carbon and energy-intensive material that contributes to the massive footprint of the construction sector. At the same time, plastic pollution has become a significant environmental crisis plaguing our planet. Plastic waste has infiltrated our oceans, rivers, and land, posing a severe threat to marine life, wildlife, and ecosystems. What if we could deal with these two problems at the same time? Could we lower the carbon and energy footprint of concrete blocks by replacing cement and concrete with recycled plastic? That's exactly what the Lok N Blok system can achieve. In this video, we're going to discover how it's made, its advantages, disadvantages, and the incredible story behind its creation. Lok N Blok is an innovative, easy-to-install, motorless, interlocking building block system. Its design enables quicker and easier installation than other building materials, as it's installed in fewer steps and doesn't require specialized equipment. Lok N Blok is made of a proprietary mix of 49% recycled polypropylene, virgin polypropylene, and fiberglass reinforcement. It also contains UV protection adhesives so it doesn't become brittle in the presence of sunlight. It is smaller than a typical 8-inch by 8-inch by 16-inch CMU block. It is 12 inches long, 6 inches wide, and 8 inches tall. One Lok N Blok weighs just 6.2 pounds, much lighter than a 28-pound CMU block. They can reduce fatigue among construction workers and also reduce the risk of injuries. Another advantage of this system is that there is only one type of Lok N Blok. There are no corner blocks, no bond beams, stretcher units, lintel units, or half blocks. Lok N Blok's design is so intricate and versatile that it can handle every condition. The block has tapered female dovetails on the ends and main faces. The slots measure 0.82 inches on the top and 0.53 inches on the bottom. Tapered male dovetails slide into these slots to create secure and strong connections. They can form flat ends, corners, and even openings up to 6 feet in length with no additional header or reinforcement to maintain structural integrity. Square posts on the top surface of the block fit into the square voids on the bottom surface of another block. This allows them to be stacked either directly on top of each other or offset by a quarter of a block or even half a block. There is no mortar or adhesive needed between the layers. The plastic webs in the middle have several purposes. They reduce the weight of the block, create room for additional insulation, and allow utilities to run vertically. Another cool feature is this circular void created when the blocks stack, which allows conduit and wires to run horizontally. This system doesn't require any reinforcement or concrete. However, you need to use a 5/8-inch threaded rod from the concrete slab or footer through the entire wall. At the top of the wall, a compression spring nut holds the entire assembly down. All these features, especially the lack of mortar, allows for quicker construction. It's about 50 to 60% faster than traditional construction methods. This time-lapse shows just how fast a Lok N Blok wall can be built. You can see a wood framing wall on the bottom left, Lok N Blok in the middle, and CMU construction on the right. The Lok N Blok system took half the time of a comparable wood-framed wall and less than 20% of the time it took to build a concrete block wall. Its simplicity reduces or eliminates the need for skilled masons, which is a huge advantage right now when skilled labor is in short supply. There isn't a lot of information about this product available online, so I reached out to their CEO, Gregory Sina. All of you sent me excellent questions on our community page, and I was able to get answers for most of them. Lok N Blok is mainly made of polypropylene, a byproduct of the oil and gas industry. There is no off-gassing produced from the material. Given that the block has almost no absorptive qualities, it is resistant to mold, mildew, and insects. The addition of glass fibers in the block makes it even harder for insects to penetrate the material. Lok N Blok can be used below grade for retaining walls with a standard waterproofing membrane. It is also heat resistant and has a high melting point of 327 degrees Fahrenheit. If burned, it only emits water vapor and carbon dioxide and no toxic gases or dangerous emissions. Oh, and we're not done with the advantages of polypropylene and Lok N Blok yet. Polypropylene is not known to cause cancer in humans. It has good chemical resistance over a wide range of bases and acids, and it's a good electrical insulator. It is rigid and durable and has good impact strength. It is compliant to the building and residential codes in earthquake-prone regions. It can actually bend and release energy without failing, almost 5 times better than concrete. This video shows how well Lok N Blok performs when it's dropped from a considerable height compared to a lightweight concrete block. It's obvious that this product is truly innovative, but can it really help us build better? How does Lok N Blok address the problems with concrete masonry units and plastic? Concrete blocks are generally made of just 2 materials, aggregates and cement. Aggregates such as sand and crushed stone form the main structure of the block. Cement acts as the binder that holds the aggregates together and solidifies the block when it's mixed with water. When proper compression and consolidation are achieved, the block is pushed out of the mold and onto a pallet. The pallets are moved into a low-pressure steam kiln where they are heated and cured for over 15 hours. Cement is one of the most energy-intensive products on the planet. It is made by baking limestone at 1,500 degrees Celsius or 2,700 degrees Fahrenheit. Making just 1 kilogram of cement sends 1 kilogram of CO2 into the atmosphere. That being said, cement and concrete are incredible human inventions. They have allowed us to tame nature, push the limits of design, and sustain the growth of civilizations. But it's time for us to rethink how they're made and find more sustainable alternatives. Another incredible human invention is plastic. Almost all aspects of daily life involve plastics, whether it's construction, transportation, clothing, packaging, and even safety and hygiene. While plastic has numerous advantages, the improper use and disposal of short-term and one-time use plastics have significant negative impacts on our environment. Most plastics are designed to be durable and have a long lifespan. They do not biodegrade easily. Instead, they break down into smaller fragments known as microplastics. These microplastics can accumulate in water, soil, and even the air, posing risks to every organism. Lok N Blok is not a single-use plastic and it's not a health risk. The Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA, considers polypropylene to be one of the safest and greenest choices of plastics. It's also 100% recyclable. Any scraps from the production and job site can be ground down and reused to make new blocks. At the end of the life of the building, the blocks can be deconstructed and reused. However, like every building material, it has some disadvantages. Before we move on to them, I'd like to introduce the sponsor of this portion of the video, Skillshare. Whether you're looking to learn new skills, improve existing ones, or even find new career paths, Skillshare can assist you in your journey. I have found Skillshare's classes on Mastering Productivity by Thomas Frank particularly helpful. It's given me tips on efficiency and effectiveness, developing a professional mindset, and even templates. Skillshare's online learning community has thousands of inspiring classes to help you find your creative voice and style, create passive income, and even be your own boss. If you'd like to check this out, the first 1,000 people to use the link in the description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Let's end this video by recapping the many advantages of Lok N Blok and then discuss their disadvantages. Lok N Blok is water resistant, chemical resistant, UV resistant, sound absorbing, bacteria resistant, easy to use, efficient, and eco-friendly. It also has a high compressive strength, it's lightweight, has high tensile strength, and it's fire resistant. That being said, it is a new product, so it costs more than traditional construction methods right now. It's more expensive than steel stud walls and wood stud walls, but it is 8% lower in cost compared to ICF walls. Regulatory hurdles are probably the biggest barrier to mass adoption of Lok N Blok. Gregory Senior and his team created this product in 1996, almost 30 years ago. They are on their 27th design iteration, and it took 10 years to patent the design.
Patent attorneys are also engineers. He kept telling us there wasn't room for rebar and concrete inside the block, and we kept responding to him that we're not using rebar and concrete. It took a physical trip to the patent office with my patent attorney to sit down across the desk from our reviewer and said, you know, your objective here is to tell us whether it's unique, not whether it's usable. That's our job. And, you know, is it unique? And he said, oh, it certainly is. And he said, great, then let's walk out of here with the patent.
This company and this product are a labor of love, and I'm in awe of what they have created. During my podcast with Greg, I likened this product to historic European churches that took generations to complete. This can revolutionize the construction industry, but it might not happen in our generation. Lok N Blok hasn't been approved as a structural material in the US yet, but it has been approved in 11 other countries for a very interesting reason.
Central and South America have embraced what we're doing. Peru, Brazil, Dominican Republic, Guatemala, Honduras, Venezuela, Peru in particular, but this applies to many other countries around the world. Water's a precious commodity for them. Their typical construction process is either poured concrete or concrete block. Uses a lot of water. Ours uses none. And it was something that we never designed into it. I mean, we never sat back and said, you know, we're going to remove water out of the construction process.
I obviously find this product very inspiring, but I'm equally inspired by Greg's resilience and determination. It could not have been easy to stick with this idea for 30 years, despite all the hurdles he's faced. If you'd like to check out our entire conversation, I'll link the podcast up here. Also, let me know what you think about Lok N Blok in the comments. I'll link my Patreon page in the description too. I'm now offering early access to ad-free videos on Patreon as a thank you to everyone supporting me. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, and the notification bell too. Thanks for watching. See ya.